We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Donald Cerrone announced he will return to the UFC in the summer of 2025. After his fight with Jim Miller at UFC 276, Cerrone made the decision to retire from professional fighting. Now recently, Cerrone entered the drug-free sport testing pool again, which is a major move for any fighter thinking about coming back. On his Instagram handle, he made it clear that it's not really a full comeback, but a chance to finish his career on a better note. He's promised his wife 2 more fights, and then he's done for good.
Cowboy Cerrone said he's coming out of retirement.
I hate it.
He wants 2 more fights.
I hate it. Love him, hate that. He retired. It's just, what? For what? What's left to prove? If you want to make money, let's figure something else out. When guys retire, they retire for a reason. It's over.
Khabib opens up about not enjoying his coaching life. Recently, Demetrius Johnson visited Team Khabib's camp, where he did a lot of things. In the middle of it, Johnson straight up asked Khabib if he enjoys coaching. Khabib just kept it real and said he doesn't like it at all.
How do you like coaching? You like it?
No,
No. Stressful? I bet.
I don't like this.
I don't know how you do it.
But I have to be here. It's like, it's gonna be a very big night for us, 18 January, again fight, Umar for the title, Islam defending his belt. I cannot be, I have to be here, but I don't like it.
Henry Cejudo names UFC fight that could be bigger than Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall title fight. Dana White recently said in a press conference that he's 100% sure the Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall fight is going to happen, and it's going to be the biggest fight in UFC history. But Henry Cejudo's got his own take on it. On a recent episode of the Pound for Pound podcast, he threw out that Islam versus Ilia Topuria could actually be an even bigger fight than Jones versus Aspinall. He straight up said that this fight has the potential to break that record. In his own words, he said, "Personally, I believe this fight could be potentially bigger than Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall, Makhachev versus Topuria. Competitively, of course. And it's not just that. It's the simple fact that Ilia Topuria has a chance to become champ. At heavyweight, it's about who is the undisputed champion. But in this position, if Ilia does win, that puts him in the category of people will give him his flowers." Dustin Poirier opened up about how deeply hurt he felt mentally after his loss to Justin Gaethje. Back at UFC 291, Dustin was knocked out by a Justin's head kick in the second round, and it hit him hard. On Theo Von's podcast, Poirier explained how tough it was, especially after all the effort he put into the fight. Listen to what he actually revealed.
Losing sucks, but I got to fly home in a different perspective, looking back, because like losing sucks, especially when you work so hard and fighting's like everything's into it. I put myself into this for real.
Oh yeah. I remember sitting in your green room after we were all sitting in there.
Oh yeah.
And literally it was like, it felt like we were at a funeral in a weird way.
Yeah.
But you were right there.
Yeah. You know what, taking that last loss, what really switched my mindset, man, is I know who I am. Like losing, you find out who you are. And losing sucks, but in those moments, like when you're down, it's a great time to experience you. Because like when you're winning, you can get this momentum. When everything's going good, you can kind of get in that groove where you're just on cruise control, But when you lose and the phone stops ringing and you're at home laying in bed going to sleep by yourself and everything, the dust settles, that's when you experience yourself, who you really are, And I think that's important.
Conor McGregor submits his sparring partner multiple times. McGregor shared this footage a few days after announcing his boxing fight with Logan Paul. In the footage, McGregor seems to dominate. Here are some highlights from it. Colby Covington shares his thoughts on Chael Sonnen nearly throwing in the towel at UFC Tampa. Shortly after the UFC Tampa event ended, Chael Sonnen revealed in a YouTube video that he was about to throw in the towel, only for the referee to wave off the fight on the advice of the ringside physician. Now, reacting to this, Covington said this.
Wesley, opinion on Chael throwing in the towel. I mean, my opinion is Chael cares about me. He's a real one. If he was throwing it in, it's because he knows I couldn't see. He knows that the where the cut was at, it was bleeding into my right eye, and I couldn't see. I was seeing 3 or 4 different people. So that's what that guy, he couldn't do nothing to me, not even seeing anything, seeing blurry, coming off the couch. Like, look at how far my back was against the wall. But I did it for the company, like I said, guys, so don't hear me complaining. I don't want sympathy. But I did that for the company. But he knew that I couldn't see. So if he was going to do it, it's because he cares about me, and he just knows that I couldn't see, and it was going to be tough to overcome. But I thought I was coming on stronger, and I feel like they were going to have to throw in the towel for Buckley by round 5. So it sucks. It's unfortunate.
Khalil Rountree shares unexpected emotion after his loss to Alex Pereira. After delivering a good performance against Alex Pereira at UFC 307, Rountree spoke about his fight. Rountree shared that even though he lost, he felt good about the experience. He wasn't upset because he gave it his all and did everything he could in the fight.
In the locker room, I was very relaxed, to the point to where I asked my coach, like, I'm very relaxed. Like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, it's perfect. When I was in the cage and he was walking out, the only thing I can really remember is just being happy. Even the moment when I got finished in the 4th round, like, I just felt so happy throughout that whole fight. It felt like I was where I belonged. Like, I felt like I belonged there. It was really like living in a dream.
And that's all for today's update. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to press notification bell so you get regular updates on what's going on here in MMA world. And most importantly, please take care of yourself.